Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Mary again, here to give you some more tips about traveling with airline, buying airline tickets. So today we are going to be talking about fraudulent activity when it comes to buying airline tickets, rather if you're booking it with the airline directly or even if you're going through a third-party booking agency. So the first thing that I wanted to mention is when you are buying this ticket and you are planning on buying it directly with the airline, I would suggest not Googling the airline's phone number. I see this all the times. Someone might Google Delta's phone line number or American Airlines or United Airlines flight phone number, and you're thinking you're talking to that airline directly when you're actually talking to someone that's offshore. What they do is, so when you call, they pretend as if they are that airline's representative. They take all of your credit card information from you. They take all the information, like where you're flying from and to, what dates, and what the lowest fare is. Then they go on that airline's website, they search up what the lowest fare is, and they can actually double or add hundreds of dollars to that ticket. That way, when you give them your phone number, they can go online and sell you that not sell you because they're not selling it to you. They're buying that airline ticket at that lower fare, and then the extra amount they're taking from you, it's going in their pocket. So when you call the airline thinking you bought this ticket directly with them or you were speaking to an agent, they can see if it was bought online on the website. They can see if it was purchased through a reservation agent, because every reservation agent has a employee number that's attached to each ticket that they sell. But if you buy it on the airline's website, they can also see that it was purchased online. So one thing that I strongly advise is please do not Google that airline's number, because you're not always getting the airline's number when you Google. Some people do pay Google to get there, or I wouldn't say pay. It could be paid. Again, I don't know. I don't know if they are buying that spot on Google, or if they're just doing the same thing every YouTuber is doing, just to make sure that you are doing everything right as far as the SEO, to get your information to be on top. So when you're Googling that airline's name, the first thing that you come up to may say such airline customer service number, but it is not. Most of the times it is not. So if you need an airline specific phone number, go directly to their official website. If you go to American Airlines, it'll say American Airlines official website. If it's Delta Airlines, it'll say Delta Airlines official. So you want to go to that official website. Scroll all the way down, you will see all of their information, phone number, how you can get in touch with them via email. If you have a complaint that you want to submit, that's where you would also go. But do not Google the number. Here is one example. I had a customer call and they said they booked a ticket with a representative with my airline, with the airline that I work for. And what they said is they booked the ticket about a couple of days ago. They paid X amount of dollars for the ticket, and they have not received the email saying, hey, I've purchased this ticket. So they were kind of worried. So when they called, I've advised them, you did not speak to an agent to book this ticket. This ticket was directly booked on the website for the airline that I work for, and you've never spoken to anyone. And they've assured me that they did speak to a person who advised them they work for the particular airline, that they took all of my credit card information. They even told me they would email me a copy of the ticket, but they never received it. So the issue with that is, when I asked her, I said, how much did you pay for your ticket? She quoted me an amount that was about $200 more than what the actual ticket was worth. So I always just advise them right away. You do have a valid ticket with us. However, your ticket is not worth as much as you think it is. The first thing I would advise you doing is I jot their phone number down, and I always tell them, call the bank. If it is a bank account, call your bank and let them know that there were some fraudulent activities in your account. Have them cut that line, make sure that card cannot be used anymore, because that person has all of your credit card information. So you never know what they will be able to do with it. Call your bank, have them cut the credit card. If it's credit card, call the credit card company. Just make sure that card is no longer functioning. And then the second thing they want to do is to give us a call directly. And most of the times with situations like this, I do refund the whole amount back to the customer, because it was used on their credit card, I can go ahead and refund it. The key thing is, the funny thing is though, sometimes they take the information from you, so they charge your card. However, the ticket is actually purchased with like a gift card or one of their cards. So if we refund it, it goes back. So one other key thing that I wanted to mention is when you are buying an airline ticket and you call in thinking you're speaking to a representative of that airline and you're advised you have to buy a gift card to buy this ticket, I would hang up right away. Only because the airline does not force you to buy a gift card to be able to purchase a ticket with them. And this is one other thing, a trend that I'm seeing a lot too. So what they're telling you is when you call, they advise you to go to your closest store and buy such and such gift card and give it to them, and then they can sell you the ticket. That there's no such thing as that. You can use your credit card, you can use your bank card. You, as long as it's a brand of credit card that's taken by that airline, you can definitely purchase it. It is offshore, so I can't say as soon as you call that airline, if you hear an accent, go ahead and hang up right away. That's not the case, because we have a lot of employees that work for particular airlines here that employ a diversity of people. So it could be someone that's not fluent in English, someone that has, you know, an accent of some sort. So I get that a lot, you know. Every time as a supervisor, sometimes I take calls where someone's saying, you know, they come through to my frontline agent and my frontline agent may have an accent, and right away they say, you know what, let me speak to a supervisor, or one of my favorites, let me speak to someone in the US. You know, even though that person that you are speaking to may be in the US, they just happen to have an accent. So that's not always a given, but you know, if you, like I said, if you feel like this is something that is just doesn't feel right, yes, go ahead and hang up the phone, go ahead and look up the number directly with that airline on their website and call to make sure, you know, you're not being duped. When you are purchasing a ticket, you actually do not have a ticket unless you receive an email that not only has the reservation information on there, because I can build a reservation for you now and send it to you right now. That doesn't mean you've paid for that ticket unless it actually have a ticket number. Ticket numbers are typically 13 digits. Each airline has a different ticket number, but you want to receive an email that actually have a ticket number. That's what's validating that you did purchase this ticket. But if someone just creates a reservation for you and sends it to you with no ticket numbers or no information at all, you do not have a ticket. You know, they just build something for you. Someone can randomly go online on the website and try to build a reservation. If it doesn't go through, it may still send you an email saying, hey, this is what you were trying to purchase. Are you still, you know, going to get it? But that doesn't necessarily mean that ticket is valid for you to, you know, go to the airport and fly on, because you don't have a valid ticket. With those shell reservations that are being created, it's only good for about, I want to say 24 hours. After 24 hours, if you go back online and you try to put in that same reservation number, you're not going to have access to it because it doesn't exist. So always make sure you have a ticket number with the email that you are being sent, just to make sure that this is a valid ticket. And once you purchase a ticket, even if it's with a third party, I always tell all of my customers this: if you buy a ticket with a third party, let it be Expedia, let it be Hotwire, or whatever third party company you go through, because yes, sometimes you do get cheaper fares going through them, but you want to make sure you're also not spending that amount not to be able to use it. So when you buy a ticket with a third party company, which is fine, go ahead and call that airline right afterwards. Whoever ticket stock it is, if it's whatever airline, go to their website, get their phone number, call them, and make sure everything on your ticket is, you know, peachy. Because even if you purchase that ticket with a third party, there may be some key information on that ticket that they're not telling you. They just want you to give them your credit card and purchase that reservation directly with them. Because like I said before, the third-party companies, they do buy these tickets from the airlines in bulk, so they can resell them at a lower rate, but still higher than what they paid the airline, so they're still getting some money into their pocket. But you want to make sure, like I said, it's not on their website, I've done it before because, like I said, customers come to me all the times and they're saying, you know, Expedia told me I can get a free baggage. Expedia told me I can upgrade to first class. You know, what they're telling you and what the reality is sometimes is not the same. So once you purchase that ticket, call the airline, let them know, hey, I just purchased this ticket with Expedia. They're telling me I can do X, Y, and Z. See if that's true, because you have, like I said, that 24-hour window to call Expedia and say, hey, you know what, you sold me this ticket, you told me I can do X, Y, and Z, but the airline is telling me I can't. So I want to go ahead and do my 24-hour risk-free cancellation and just, you know, cancel and get my money back, and then I'll buy it directly with the airline. So that's one thing to also keep in mind. Do not let them just sell you anything. If it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is, because you cannot have a bulk ticket, which is a deeply discounted fare, or one of the wholesale tickets, and then thinking you're going to get free baggage, and then you're going to get an upgrade, and then you can get more leg room. It's not going to happen.